The following contest is a Steel Championship.
Guys, the anticipation for the steel cage match has been absolutely unreal.
And with good reason. There's nothing quite like witnessing a steel cage match live and in person.
Y2J!
The Millennium Man has arrived. Get on your feet and applaud over there, Suxton.
Hey, I'm a huge Chris Jericho fan.
The man who was influenced by Shawn Michaels and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and now making a name for himself. He was once the hottest free agent in the world, and then he broke the walls down. Coming to WWE.
And WWE has never, ever been the same again.
Hey, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I know.
Introducing the challenger from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing in at 230 pounds, Kenny Omega. Introducing the champion from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing in at World Champion, Chris Jericho.
Put down that remote and stay a while. And there's the bell. And here we go. This is the type of battle that you can show someone who's new to our brand of entertainment and say, this is what WWE's all about.
Well, the door's locked, and at this point, the competitors might just be wondering exactly what they've gotten themselves into.
Irish whip. Power bomb. Fireman's carry. This doesn't look good, Corey.
Couldn't agree more, Cole. This has got trouble written all over it.
Ooh, what impact.
Nasty impact.
Jericho struggling a bit. He's going to want to make sure this doesn't snowball out of control.
He just has to make sure this doesn't get too out of hand for him. Sometimes momentum has a way of permanently swinging one way. That's what he wants to avoid here. There's a certain feeling that comes over the combatants in a steel cage match once they hear the door close and see the official lock it. A superstar must know that their body is going to be flown against the steel, that their face will most likely be raked across the cage, and that anything is legal in this environment.
Chris Jericho doing a great job of turning that around. Nobody controls the pace of the match quite like this guy.
We spoke about this earlier, Corey. It's crucial for a WWE superstar to fully understand the gravity of the situation they're in when they battle inside a 15-foot-high steel cage. An individual must be ready to endure pure brutality and be prepared for the fight of their life. No one leaves a steel cage match without scars.
Corey, you said something of value for once, and that anything is legal inside.
The champion into the cover.
He's a long way from a 3 count, I can tell you that.
Too soon. Beautiful technique.
Chris Jericho's in-ring IQ is off the charts. Look at his walls of Jericho submission. Y2J locks it in, wrenches his opponent's body back, and drives his knee into the back of their head. It's genius.
He wants to do this in the ring.
To your point earlier, Corey, Chris Jericho is responsible for some of the most historic moments in this business, thanks to the walls of Jericho submission.
We've even seen Y2J lock people in the walls on an announce table. No matter where it's applied, the walls of Jericho is a brutal submission hold.
Powerbomb.
Backslide out of nowhere. And the champ kicks out.
Nope. To beat the Ayatollah of rock and roll, that's not going to do it.
Oh boy, he is rolling. Going for it. Trying to step through.
Roll on there.
He's got it. Walls of Jericho locked in.
He might just win this thing right here.
He breaks out.
He's not done just yet, Michael.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business.
Whoa, Jericho able to avoid damage. What a cagey maneuver.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
Clothesline! Right in the back of the neck.
The best way to describe combatants clashing inside a steel cage is its battle of attrition. Sometimes a superstar is left with no choice but to fight fire with fire and do whatever they need to do in order to win the match. And sometimes the key is rolling.
This might be it.
Oh, my.
Byron, you touched on this earlier, but it's so important for a superstar to accept that there's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in a steel cage match. That the conflict will be resolved within the 15-foot-high steel walls that surround the ring. And that losing a cage match can mean much more than a mark in the loss column. For some, it has meant the end of their career.
It's difficult to describe the damage that can be done to a superstar who competes in a steel cage match. We see the physical harm, but we don't see the psychological effects from being inside the cage. Make no mistake about it, Michael. The steel cage truly represents survival of the fittest.
The challenger not in a great place. This is not where he wants to be right now, guys.
Guys, at this point, I'd be shocked if his opponent is able to complete this comeback.
Beautiful technique.
He's not going to like this.
Here comes Code Breaker.
That was nasty.
What a shoulders down. Championship on the line.
New champion.
What a title defense.
Let's take another look at what made that matchup so memorable.
These guys showed flashes in this match, but flashes don't exactly set the world on fire, as these highlights show very well.